Pop-up campers certainly give you guys a unique camping experience that truly lets you get out there and enjoy the great outdoors. But are they right for you? Now, before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and while you're there, give that notification bell a ring. Not gonna hurt you at all. There's no obligation. It's free, money back guarantee. No, not that one. But you can be able to watch more RV videos like the one you're watching now. Now let's kick things off with the first pro that we have, and it's an obvious one: affordability. Pop-ups are pretty much an entry-level way to get into the RV world without having to take out a second mortgage. They're almost like the RV thrift store in a way, providing all the goodness without having to break the bank. Now that we got this thing cranked up, let's talk about price for a minute. You know, you can pick up a real decent used pop-up camper. I would like to say between the $2,000 and $4,000 range is a pretty safe bet. Anything less than $1,500, you might be getting into a headache with a cable or a roof leak or stuff like that. This is a 2012 Rockwood by Freedom. You know, it's a nice unit. It's a 10-foot box. It has everything in there that we could ask for. It doesn't have every amenity available. Price point wise, again, if you guys are trying to pick one of these up, you know, $2,000, $3,000, you should be able to find yourself a nice unit like this. Make sure you're inspecting the roofs, the floors, water damage, the canvas, the cable. Those are the things that are going to cause you an issue. Number 2 pro, they're lightweight and easy to tow. One of the biggest advantages with these pop-up campers is the lightweight construction makes them a breeze to be towed. Small SUVs and minivans can pull these things with ease. They even make them small enough to be pulled by a motorcycle. Obviously, now you gotta check your vehicle and what it's capable to tow, but you're not gonna have to worry about killing your SUV or your car. This particular unit here is about 1,600 pounds, and the nice part is when it's at home, there's a front wheel chuck, so you're able to roll the thing around on the driveway without any problems. Which brings me to my next pro, number 3, the size. Not only are you small and light enough and able to put the wheel on and wheel it around in the driveway, you could store it away in your garage, and you're not going to be limited by site availability. And more sites available equals more camping. Not only can they basically fit on any site available left in the campground, it's certainly going to give you more options to hit that off-road, non-beaten path that larger RVs simply can't fit into. So no more settling for crowded, overbooked campgrounds. Number 4 pro, this is a massive improvement over camping in a tent. No more sleeping on rocks or waking up with bugs in unmentionable places. Say goodbye to roughing it and hello to amenities filled with comfort and glamping. I know it's dark in here, but they come equipped with things like a stove, a sink, plumbing. This one has a refrigerator, a furnace. Some of them have AC. All the things that make your camping comfort feel a little bit more like home. And yeah, I wouldn't want to ride a Hurricane out in one, but it's certainly going to provide you more shelter and a place to hang out during the rain. And after the storm, no more hanging out soggy blankets and pillows over the car or the trunk. A pop-up literally's got you covered. Now that we are talking about weather, let's talk about some cons, specifically having to pack everything up in the rain. And believe me, I've been there and it can be frustrating. Not only are you racing against the clock to get everything inside and keep it dry, but eventually you're going to have to pop it back up so that everything on this canvas has a chance to dry out. Mold and mildew can and will become a problem if you guys start putting away these things wet and not give them a chance to dry out. Now, a couple tips on what we like to do, even if it's not raining on a hot summer day, it's going to be covered with dew in the morning when you're trying to pack everything up. So grab a couple old extra towels and lightly wipe everything down. We carry sometimes a battery-powered leaf blower, which helps blow that dew off in the morning. So big thing, one of the biggest cons that we have, it's a pain in the butt. Once you get home from camping, the last thing that you want to do is pop this thing back up in your driveway. Number 2 con, the dreaded cable snap. Now, if this mechanism fails, it's pretty much spells trouble for the pop-up campers. Replacing one of these cables can be a time-consuming, pretty big endeavor, especially if you don't know what you're doing, or if it's caused other issues to the camper by the roof slamming down. The good news is there's key steps you guys can do to minimize the risk of that even happening. Make sure you're inspecting your cable a couple times a year, lubing it up with the right grease once a year at least minimum. Don't over crank this thing. Make sure you're following the guide wire, whatever you call that, and take it slow. It's not a race. There is no race to crank these two who can get their pop-up cranked up fastest. Take it easy, never force anything, and the cable should last you quite a while. Number 3 con, these aren't soundproof, or are they insulated? I guess, hope you're not camping next to noisy neighbors or the highway. Basically, with the soundproofing of a wet toilet paper fort, you guys are gonna get a front row to all the nighttime action at the campground. And if you guys are lucky to camp in one of these on a hot night without AC, you're gonna find out the insulation, well, that's about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Make sure you guys got packed some sort of fan, not only to help cool down, but it'll drown out the neighbors. I guess your other option would be to unzip all these windows, but that's probably where you're sleeping, so I don't know. Number 4 con, the features you guys are getting in these may not be as great as you originally thought they were gonna be. Now let me explain. Maybe you guys have one of those shower toilet combo things that come in them and you thought you were gonna need it, or your stove and your sink inside. Do you actually use it? Most people I know, come to find out, the stove and the sink, they're really not all that convenient inside anyway. Most of them set up a grill or a kitchenette area out here. That's what I would recommend. Have a little more living space with your awning out and take advantage of your campsite. I'm generally curious, if you guys own a pop-up, comment down below with what features you guys still use inside. Are you using the showers and the toilets and the sinks? Do you winterize every year? Are the water pipes still in good shape? Comment down below and let me know. And let me know if you'd like to see more of the old Rockwood pop-up on the channel. As always, we appreciate you guys watching, and we will catch you next week.